Bitcoin and shares continue to fall. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. I hope you've had a good start to the week, and I thought I'd record a late night video just discussing Bitcoin and the share market. Grab your Steiner coffee, and it's nearly 9 p.m. and yes, I'm still drinking coffee, but it's cold, so it helps me go to sleep. Anyway, let's check this out. We'll jump over now and have a look at Bitcoin. We're sitting at 33,606 USD. So the closer we get to 30,000, the bigger that psychological barrier is. Now, people have been asking me in the comments, how much have I lost on crypto? Now, in some ways, I'm a fan of crypto. I'm a bit skeptical of it, but the volatility of it it's been too much for me back in 2017. And I made the decision early this year just to flip all of my crypto into shares, to just see it as a revenue that I earn, another source of income. So if I'll get a little bit of crypto here, there, if I'll generate it from my library tokens, or if I get crypto from my Brave wallet channels, or if people even donate crypto, I've just been selling it. Even when I've been mining crypto, I've been selling it and buying shares all throughout the year. That's what I've been doing. It's been part of my pocket money investing strategy. I had to buy a new computer, so I made sure to get some good graphics cards, and they can also mine crypto for me. Now, I'm fortunate because as an architect, it's worth me spending decent coin on a fast graphics card to render animations, because I'll need to render even a 3-minute high-quality fly-through. That can sell a whole project. And if I can render that in an hour as opposed to 2 or 3 days, that will pay for itself. So that's kind of the benefit. And then I'll play computer games on a crappier older computer from years ago. It's funny how that is, but anyway. So that's been my take with this. And the more I've seen of countries around the world starting to put a stranglehold on crypto, the more the developments of central bank digital currencies have spread, the more skeptical I am of it. From an ideological perspective, I can see some of the advantages of crypto. I like the idea of a global stock exchange as I saw it, and people from all over the world having access to potential opportunities. But it looks like, there'll be calls for regulation. Just look at the NFT space, everyone. What a mess that is. How many people are it's just complete garbage. It really is. Anyway. So let's have a look at this and a few other things. So Bitcoin, and I'll refresh now. There you go. It's at 33,592. And if we open this in a new tab, we can see there. So yeah, it's fallen around today. It was doing okay. It was a little bit green, got up to 36,000. And I just noticed that tonight that it's heading right down. Once we hit, 30,000? I mean, I'm not a TA guy, but if we look here, we can see what's the lowest we've had in the last year? 29,000. So we dipped under 30,000. So we'll have to see what happens if we'll get another bounce at 29,000. But what news is there to cause a bounce? And here's the thing with all of this crypto stuff. Let's refresh here and look at some of the comments. Every crypto crash, you've got to remember, is a never again moment for someone. Because some people, they'll treat it like an online casino. They'll get addicted. I saw I shared a post. I think it was on Twitter or on something about someone who'd put in 90% of their wife's savings, their family savings, husband and wife. He put 90% of their savings into, can you guess which one? Dogecoin when it was 40 cents. I don't understand how you can even do that in a healthy relationship without talking to each other. I mean, wouldn't the wife notice? Wouldn't they keep track of the accounts? I mean, you've got 2 sets of eyes on it. You should know. Probably not, because I'll bring up Rachel. I'll go, hey, honey, why has this appeared on the credit card? It'll be some weird thing. She's gone out and bought a coffee or something somewhere. Maybe we're just maybe that's considered unhealthy these days, keeping an eye on the budget. But it comes both ways. Rachel goes, you buy a Steam game. I guess I would expect a relationship to have healthy levels of communication, and these should be joint decisions. Even if one person is bringing in all the money, you're a team. So you got to have each other's back when it gets tough. You got to be able to say, okay, we got no money this month, spending's cut, or this client's stiffed us. Nothing's coming in there. They're doing the dodge. You know, it's a team effort, but some people it's not. But so that's the thing to watch, guys. And people will do the TA and they'll throw the lines there. But remember, it's all psychological as well. And we'll have to see what happens with MicroStrategy once it's below their buy area, their buy level. And got to keep an eye on Tether, how much it's getting printed, and seeing, I mean, we look here at the volume in the last 24 hours. There you go, look at how much Tether's been used. You know, are they cashing that out yet, or is it just getting generated more and more? Now, if we also have a look, we'll have a look here. Let's see the biggest movers in 24 hours. Oh, they're Chickenzilla. Chickens. Oh, here's another thing, guys. There's so much garbage in the crypto space. So many rubbish altcoins out there that are complete and utter waste of time, never going to amount to anything. And I think it's just some people who may be new to the crypto world. This is their first real bear market that they're noticing. They're going to have to realize some of these altcoins are just garbage. Let's have a look. What are we going here? Ethereum's down at $2,200. Now, if the NFT craze dies down, that's going to hamper Ethereum's price. It's going to really drag it down. It'll be like an anchor. It's been down in the last week over 30%. BNB as well, 28% down in the last week, 10% in the last day. Cardano, finally under $1, 98 cents. Now that, I would have thought that would have been an opportunity once the smart contracts appeared on there. They could at least get some hype and some buzz. We'll have to see. XRP, back at 56 cents. The XRP army wouldn't be happy with that one. But you can see here, there's just red. And the fact that Dogecoin, a bloody joke coin, is this high, it just shows you how insane this is. How much of this stuff is garbage, everyone. How many of these projects are complete and utter rubbish, and people are just going into them. Look at Internet Computer. Remember, wasn't that just over $100 recently, guys? A few months ago when it just went crazy. Yeah, 56. I thought it was over 100. Oh, no, there you go. Oh, wait, that was last year. We got over $400. Look at that. Look at that fall. Look at that fall, guys. This is what people love in the crypto sphere, is the volatility, because you can make the big gains. You know, what about everyone's favorite, what's his name's, Nuggets News favorite project, the Hex one? How are they going? There you go. They're down too, guys. You'd hate to have bought in at this level, staked it at this level, and then get paid your Hex when it just crashes down in price again. So if you're playing in this world, if you're playing in the crypto world, guys, you've got to realize there is a very real possibility that what you're buying in can go to zero. Okay, can absolutely go to zero. So many of these things could be completely worthless. Let's have a look at Utrust, my first 100xer or 10xer or something. Utrust, there you go, 20 cents. So I bought at the ICO and it shot right up, and I made some good money. I sold out, and there you go. It's back right down to this level, so it got close to it. Another one I really like. This is one crypto that KuCoin tokens. So they're $14 if we go to all data. I discovered this back in the day when it just shot up, the KuCoin tokens, because you back then you used to get paid a KuCoin dividend. It was a dividend token. That's kind of why I liked it. But I've moved on to shares, guys. So it depends on the strategy and on your risk profile that you have. So the share market isn't doing too well either. The S&P 500 index, we can see it's down, guys. There you go. If we have a look here, it's down back to October 2021 levels. And there are some arguments that we're in a bubble, so we're going to go back to the trend point. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, again, that's falling down as well. Here we have the Australian S&P ASX 200 has dropped down, back down to 7,400. But if we still go back, you can see, we've got some room to move. We could go back to the trend, lose a fair bit. If we have here, I've got the DAX just to have a look at a bit of a European perspective. They're going down a little bit as well. So we can see here there's a lot of red in the market. Now, it just comes down to your approach to this type of stuff. If you're a long-term investor, are you worried about these little movements? Are you worried about a correction? Are you worried about even 10, 20% correction in your investment? If you're in it long-term, does it matter? What's the point to sell? Really, do you need the money? If you need the money, then you're going to sell no matter what. If you're desperate. But this shouldn't be, your share investments here shouldn't be your emergency fund. Your emergency fund should be a separate thing that you can draw upon if you need it. These are your long-term investments. My strategy is to build up investments that can generate a passive income. So I don't really worry about the share price. I'm just looking at the number of shares that I can buy. That's all I'm focusing on now. So I'm trying to get these numbers up. My Kathmandu shares, I'm in the red now. I don't care. I just want to buy more of them to get a nice round number in the share value. And that's kind of what I'm doing with my little pocket money investing. It's the same thing I did when I started attacking my mortgages and other debts. Just found little bits of money here, there, and everywhere. I just cut a whole bunch of copper out of the house that I'm just not sure if I'll keep it to reuse. I don't think I can. It's probably the wrong size. I'll sell it for money because copper's doing quite well. I mean, let's have a look. Let's have a look, guys. Let's see what copper is, and I'll let you know in the video after what I get for it at the scrappies. There you go, $4.44. Come on, we'll bring up the chart. How are you doing? Because I've got a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So it's not too bad, guys. In 10 years. Yeah. So, yeah, copper's expensive. You got to, that's another way to doing a bit of pocket money. Let's have a look at Twitter, guys, at the crypto crash. Let's see how this is doing here. And, crypto crash, there was a significant number of tweets in the last hour. And we'll just refresh that here. Yeah, 33.6. So the closer we get, will we hit 30,000 today? That's the question. So Bitcoin will crash from 500 to 300. You'll still be tweeting the same things. Someone taking a slice at Peter Schiff. Bitcoin, Ether steady after last week's crypto market crash. Golf news. No, they're not. They've fallen down again. So here, yo-yo. We will drop to 18K, then bounce, and then crash all the way down to below 1K, around 700 to 720. We will fill all CME gaps all the way down to 9,600, 3,400, and 7,700. I mean, that's a call. What do you think? You're going to short it, guys. Would that be what you do? I mean, think about a sub $1,000 Bitcoin. Could we see it happening? A lot of people there'll be a tremendous amount of support of people just jumping in there. So it wouldn't last very long. I think it would shoot back up, but then there'll be a lot of people that are broken that won't go back in. I mean, imagine buying at over 60 grand and it crashing down to under $1,000. How many people? Because it's all psychology, guys. How many people are going to break when they're down at 30,000? Everyone. I'm half joking saying that I will wait for Bitcoin to be below, $1,000, and then, $1,000. A lot of people could find that quite easily. A lot of people couldn't. Is it worth the gamble? Because that's what it is then at that stage. It depends on the government responses. Guys, don't buy or sell at the moment. Keep patience. We'll be able to recover losses. Keep out big pain coming late Feb till May, June 2022. Now we see who is really strong. Crypto crash, Bitcoin crash. And there you go. There's the crash. I mean, this is the thing. For me, when I was investing in crypto, I couldn't handle the movements that were too drastic. I probably could now, but it's just on your time frame, what you put into it. And for some people, this is a learning experience. If you go all into crypto, it's nuts. You're going to be much more stressful. Where if you put 5% of your portfolio into there, doesn't really matter if it goes down that much. You can probably hold and wait. Crypto, more chance, or Bitcoin and Ethereum, I think more chance of it recovering than some of the altcoins. I think some of the altcoins are going to get smashed and they'll never recover. Bitcoin crash, buy the dip. Yeah, well, there you go. Okay, should be done yesterday only, but it's happening now. What else? Ouch. The problem is, once it loses that $40,000 area, there's not much support below. Best case scenario, 30,000. Worst case, 25,000. Crypto trader Dave the Wave, who accurately called the May 2021 collapse for Bitcoin. Well, there isn't much support at the moment. Where are we at? 33, guys. Bitcoin and Ether are stable. We see no, they're not. No, that's out-of-date news. Let's all pray for the gains we've lost this day. That's the thing. You need to take gains, guys. If you're playing in this volatile market, you've got to learn to take profits. What else do we have? Wanting Bitcoin to succeed because of its libertarian attributes and its fit with Austrian economics is not enough. It has to work as a store of value, if not a currency. If it doesn't, it's just a dream or a nightmare. From creative deduction. A very good point. It has to be useful. It's not useful, guys. Don't kid yourself using Bitcoin as day-to-day transactions, moving money around with Ethereum or anything like that. Even using Ethereum as a contract process is just a nightmare. I was watching a very good video the other day about NFTs. I'll link to it, guys. And in it, I didn't realize people can send you malicious code to your wallet, which can have a virus in it and can siphon everything out of your wallet if you interact with it, if you got to move it. And that's insane, everyone. That's just insane. The risks to this, particularly with the code. I mean, that's Ethereum, that's not Bitcoin. But that's meant to be one of the advantages of Ethereum, is using this computing process around the world. But I just can't see any serious business using it for anything other than trying to scam money out of people or do bullshit stuff. Every game or even decentralized platform, it always ends up using a centralized server for something because it's just so much cheaper. You know? As I said about the Bitcoin crash, nope, well, that page doesn't exist anymore. There we go. Sometimes I wonder how come Bitcoin miners haven't gone bankrupt yet. They've been holding off their mined coins because there isn't enough market liquidity. They'd crash the price if they tried to transfer to fiat. Maybe there's something to do with Tether there. Bitcoin making another low of the year 2022. It looks like we'll need to make an all-time low in the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index before we hit the bottom. MicroStrategy will maintain its diamond hands despite Bitcoin price threatening to crash further. Michael Saylor. Now, does that make sense, guys? If you're investing in a business like that, what? If he was any good, he would have taken a cut at the top, at least when it reached highs, and now be buying back in with all those profits that he made. This is the thing. A lot of people, particularly with the crypto eyes, it feels like a cult. It feels like a cult, guys. I love this one. This is awesome. This tweet, babe, I miss you so much. Babe, why are you crying? Because I also miss you. There's the girlfriend or the wife in the picture, and there's the profit and loss going down. Yeah, that's a classic, that one. Here's the Bitcoin chart. What are we looking at? Is that the level that we've got there? Yeah, it depends. It's the TA. In some regards, it's frustrating, but also, guys, it's really all they have for Bitcoin. Every time I have a BTC short running and I'm AFK, I set a TP at -50. You never know. Now I think it's too high. If we get a flash crash, I want a TP in the 18Ks. There you go. I'm very thank you. There we go for warning of this. Trends for Bitcoin. Bear market, Bitcoin buy the dip. Traditional market, bounce now or die forever. I'll be very clear. Bounce now or the market will, for the first time, a real crash. Something that Bitcoin has never experienced along with markets. The last real crash was 2007. If this happens, I'm sure 100% USD. I mean, there we go. Are we going to bounce? We'll have to see, guys. Here we go again, Bitcoin crash. Anyone else getting more excited by crypto dumps than the pumps? I mean, it's fun to watch if you're not in it. Okay, here we go. 3 major supports in Bitcoin. Okay. Oh, that's 26. Is that Satoshi? Oh, this is Indian. But there we go. It's fallen down. Has to hit those support levels. First, NBC convinced its viewers to buy Bitcoin from Peter Schiff at prices as high as $69,000. Now that it's crashed below 34,000, CNBC is spinning the collapse as good news, a healthy shakeout. I agree the crash is good news, but not for Bitcoin, but for all the people it convinced not to buy any. I mean, that's the thing. There are people here that are going to lose their livelihoods or lose a big chunk of their savings in an instant. This is why in such a volatile market, you're taking a gamble here, guys. You're buying a lottery ticket. And you've got to think, okay, if you buy at 30,000, what are your chances of it? Maybe it could double, maybe triple. There's lots of other opportunities there. You can do that too. You can actually buy shares in real companies that actually produce real things for real people that don't have a whole wealth of countries around the world trying to limit it. And you can get good returns too. What else are we seeing here? I'm the one responsible for the Bitcoin crash. Okay, so Egg Ward bought some Bitcoin, isn't it? That's what it happens, isn't it? So there you go, guys. Let's check the price now. Bitcoin. How are we doing? There you go, 33,424. So keep an eye on it, guys. Let's have a bit of a talk about this one, eh? So, I'll be watching this tonight just to see where it goes. If we hit below 30,000 or 33,000, if we get to 30,000, it's going to be an interesting run, everyone. I'm hoping people who've invested in this haven't put too much in it or haven't gone crazy with it. But sometimes that's the lesson you need to learn. And sometimes people act and do stupid things in desperation. So the best strategy is just to manage that, guys. Take the lessons that you can. If you're too stressed about it, if you're in it for the long term, then don't watch any of the stuff about it. Just sit back and relax. Otherwise, we'll have to wait and see, guys. Take care. Have a great day. And, well, I'll link to the last video I did about Bitcoin crashing down. Good luck to everyone. And we'll keep watching the markets, guys. For all my shares, I'm just going to dollar cost average into more. I'm not selling a thing because I don't need to. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.